guys, it's Rachel here, and today I'm going to be filming for you guys my July wrap-up as well as my TBR Takedown readathon wrap-up. And the reason I'm doing this all in one video is because I did not do as well as I had hoped to do on the TBR Takedown, so I wanted to just put it all in one video so you guys could see everything that I read. I didn't have the greatest reading month this month, and I say that even though I read 3 books and I read 5 single trades of comic books, but I still don't think that I read as much as I could have, so I'm kind of disappointed with myself. But this month was really crazy, work and also wedding stuff. I did a lot of wedding stuff this month, and I'm actually going to be filming a wedding haul slash wedding update video, and I'm excited about it. Hopefully you guys will be excited for it too. I am getting married in 2 months now, and it's scary and it's coming up, but I am definitely excited for it. I'm ready to be married to my best friend, but I have a whole bunch of stuff to show you guys for it, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, guys, let's just go ahead and get started with my July wrap-up. So the first book that I read this month is going to be Another Day by David Levithan, and this is the second book or companion novel to Every Day by David Levithan, which came out, several years ago. As many of you guys know, David Levithan is one of my favorite authors of all time, and I love Every Day by him. It is amazing. It's one of my favorite books of all time. Another Day follows the same storyline as Every Day. The only difference is it's told in Renon's point of view, and unfortunately I did not like this one as much as I liked Every Day. I think that David Levithan did a really good job with gender identity and what it means to be a male and what it means to be a female, and I think he did a really good job with that. But I think that there was a whole bunch of aspects of the book that I didn't really like as much. However, I did ugly cry at the end of the book because the ending is just something else. But I am really hoping that David Levithan decides to continue with the story in sequels, like see what happens after it all happened. I'm going to be doing a full review of Another Day and Every Day coming up very soon, closer to the release date of Another Day, which I believe is August 25th or something. I read this early this month. I got it from NetGalley, and so thank you so much, Random House Children's, for allowing me to read an ARC, and stay tuned for the review that I have coming up for it. The second book that I read this month is going to be Dark Fever by Karen Marie Moning. Now, I picked this up pretty much on the sole recommendation of Lindsay and Riley, and I really enjoyed this. This one has a main character named Michaela, or Mac, and Mac's sister is in Dublin, Ireland, studying abroad when she is murdered. Then Mac decides she's going to go to Ireland to figure out what happened, and she discovers a world of fae, and she discovers Jericho Barons. This book was a lot of fun. I don't think this is like the most amazing book that I ever read. The writing is very simple, but it is extremely addictive, and I was sucked in and I could not stop reading it, and I really enjoyed it. Also, I love the banter between Mac and Jericho, and I just love Jericho. I love Jericho's name. I love Jericho in general. I love the way that she describes Jericho. It's so on point. I am very excited to read the second book in the series, and I actually do have it sitting behind me, and so I'm very excited about this. I would definitely recommend this if you guys want something that's like fun and addictive, but not anything that's gonna like bog you down. I think I ended up giving this a 3.5 or a 4 stars. I highly recommend this. After reading Dark Fever, I ended up picking up single issues of Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. So I read issue number 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. And I loved them. Especially number 30, the ending is crazy. These, if you guys don't know, are the continuing issues of the Saga comic book series or graphic novel series. These are really good, and I didn't even think that I could continue with the story after the trades were already out, the bind up volumes. And I was watching Riley and Jillian, and whenever they held up these single issues, I was like, oh my god, what have I been doing with my life? I could have totally picked these up. So I went to Hastings and I picked up 4 of them, and then I got the other 2 at in Midtown Comics. I love this so much, and I am bummed now that these are the only ones until they continue with the story. They're on hiatus. But these were really awesome, and I highly recommend these if you want a really fun, like, space opera, sci-fi, interesting story. It's the greatest. And the last book that I read this month was Sent to Me Unsolicited by Penguin Random House, and that's going to be Sleeping Freshmen Never Lie by David Lubar. Now, like I said, this was sent to me unsolicited, so I had never heard of this book before, but whenever they sent it to me and I started going through it, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and read it just to see. I ended up giving this book a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's not the greatest book I've ever read, but it was still a lot of fun. This follows a main character named Scott, and Scott is going into his freshman year of high school, and he's not really sure what to expect. Coupled by the fact that his mom just found out that she is pregnant, now he is kind of like overwhelmed with the fact that he's going to get a new brother or sister, and he's starting his freshman year of high school. So he decides to write his feelings down in like a letter format to his, you know, baby brother or baby sister, kind of masking the fact that he's actually writing like a diary or journal entries. This story is not told in letter form, but there are definitely, you can see definitely letters in here, and it's also told in lists, and it's witty and quirky and it's fun. You're seeing Scott how he's dealing with the new high school atmosphere. You're seeing Scott how he's dealing with you know, different sophomores, juniors, seniors. How he's dealing with, you know, girls, how his relationships with his friends change, his relationships with his family change. It was a fun book, and I think that if you enjoy stuff about like John Green, that you would probably enjoy this. I think this is something more for maybe a younger audience, and I just also think it's kind of important to note that this book was written in 2005, and so it's been a while since this book came out, so I guess that's why I had never heard of it, but I still enjoyed it. Also, Penguin ended up also sending me the arc for the book sequel to Sleeping Freshmen Never Lie, and this book comes out on August 18th, and it's really interesting to me that this book was written 10 years after this one, so I'm interested to see the if any of David Lubar's like writing style has changed, and plus this one is quite a bit chunkier than the first book. I have actually already started this one. I didn't think I was going to be able to read both books before the book came out, before this one's released, but because I read this one so fast, I said to myself I was going to go ahead and read this one. I am enjoying it so far. I guess I'm not very far into it. I'm maybe 12 pages into it, so it's not like I'm not invested in the story yet, but I'm definitely going to be reading this one and doing a full video review of these when I am done with them for you guys. So yeah, those are all the books that I ended up reading in July. If you guys are curious about which books that I read during the TBR Takedown Readathon, the only one that I ended up reading was going to be Sleeping Freshmen Never Lie, and that was I don't even remember what genre that fit into or what category that fit in for the readathon, but other than that, guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and let me know down below. If you've read any of the books that I mentioned, go ahead and let me know down below, and if you guys want to link me to your blog posts or your videos, let me know what you guys read. I would love to read them or watch them. But other than that, guys, thanks so much for commenting, liking, and subscribing, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.